What is the last thing you need to know right before it happens? Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Welcome back to the channel. Today's pick a card reading, we are looking at what is the last thing that you need to know right before it happens, whatever it happens to be. Maybe we'll get some information on that, but really the intention of this reading is to find out what you need to know right before something happens in your life. So we have 3 groups to choose from today, and group number 1 is the Let It Rain card. Group number 2 is the Making Waves card. And group number 3 is the Follow the Stream card. So select the card that feels like it's calling to you. Use your intuition to do so, and you'll find the timestamps in the description box, or use the chapter notes below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. And we'll see you there. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. You guys chose Let It Rain, and it says allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. So it feels like kind of leaning into the storm, leaning into what is. I mean, it says that there, but it's really just giving me this feeling of just relaxing and surrendering. So the last thing you need to hear, I think we're going to get more information on that, but I'm really feeling like it's about relaxing, surrendering, being able to be okay with what is. So for group number 1, what's the last thing they need to know? Golden Crown. Oh, I think this is actually 2 cards. It is. You've got the Golden Crown and Gratitude. Okay. And I do feel this card as well. I wasn't going to take it, but you've got the Awaken card too. Okay. So just like right off the bat, group number 1, it feels very much like you are being called to let go of the attachment to the outcome of what it is that you're looking to create, and basically just appoint yourself to that position right now, whatever it is that you're trying to create or manifest. You also have the Angel's Trumpet, Death. So, okay, yeah, I wasn't even looking at that when I was talking about letting go, but yeah, here it is. It's a letting go to be able to allow, because it is inevitable. And so the more you can surrender, the easier this process is going to be. And the more you can look for the good things in this, which are really present with you right now. It's not like they're at some future destination. It's really, I'm getting this message of like the thing that you need to hear the most right now, right before whatever this is happens, is that you're already where you need to be. And the illusion of this thing happening and coming in and changing your reality is part of like an ego construct. And the more that you can allow that surrender to take place, just allowing what is, trusting and being fully sort of present and grateful for the moment, the more that you're crowning yourself here and awakening. And that's what's really launching this or creating this momentum. You have the Magician too with ginseng. Yeah. So this is the magic. This is the manifestation power that you have. It's being able to kind of just allow things to be. And I think that's a big key factor that a lot of manifestation information misses out on. It's not so much about willing things into being as it is about surrendering and following the natural flow. Because if you're trying to will something into being and you're going against the natural flow, yes, technically you could manifest it with enough effort and work and physical action, but it's not necessarily going to be aligned. And then it's not going to either feel good, or it's not going to be long-standing, or it's just not going to be aligned. It's just not going to be like good for your soul. And so it's more so about the journey. You've got Makuna. Yeah, journey. So it's more so about the journey, and I'm seeing this being a journey of awakening for you. It's very much about how you can expand your mind, because that's what they're really talking about here. The crown chakra and the third eye chakra are really heightened here. And so it's being able to kind of surrender, see the magic in the present moment, and allow yourself to embrace the journey rather than the outcome. So it's like, instead of waiting for this thing to happen, fully just being okay with what is right now. And I know that's such a hard thing to do sometimes, but I think there's some opportunities that you're not necessarily seeing in the present moment. And the more that you can stop and tune into that, the clearer things are going to get, the more gratitude you're going to feel. And then that's the last thing that you need to hear right before it happens, because that's what makes it happen. It's like the fact that you're able to be present and grounded in gratitude, the more that this is going to manifest in a really physical way. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that's manifestation in a very physical way, but it's slowing down and allowing this process to unfold. The Ace of Pentacles, yeah, like I keep saying, the Pentacles here, it's like this is going to manifest in a very physical way. And it will bring security, is what I just heard. Yeah, security. Knight of Wands. 2 Knights. And they're both kind of looking at the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like, whichever way you look at this, you are heading in that direction of this security. Whatever that kind of security is that you're seeking or that you've been manifesting. And I think the more that you can just embrace what is right now, the faster you're going to get there. 2 of Pentacles. So this is probably, because I mentioned manifestation and doing these physical things and seeing something physically or tangibly, I do feel like with all of these Pentacles cards here, it is talking about money or finances. It could be something else, but I do see that. You've got the High Priestess too, though. So you've got the Awakening card, the High Priestess, and the Golden Crown. This is very much talking about you being able to understand the laws of the universe and work with them more effectively. So essentially, it's like understanding how the natural flow of the universe works. And that's what I mean. When it comes to manifestation, it's not about forcing it into being. We need to take physical action. We need to follow our impulses and our inspirations, I should say. Instead of impulses, it's inspirations and those intuitive nudges. And I think you're really good at that, group number 1, because you do have the High Priestess card here. So you can tune in psychically. You can use that third eye intuitive psychic ability to lead you on this path. The only problem here that I'm seeing is that some of this process requires you to surrender. And I think that there may be more of a tendency to lean toward wanting to do rather than just allowing things to be. And I think that's very common for humans. That's just kind of like how we are, I think, at a base level, or how we're maybe just trained to be. But I do see a lot more emphasis being put on the productivity and the action and the physical things rather than the relaxing, surrendering, opening up to receive, the embodiment of gratitude, and how that is also part of this productive action towards this goal. Like, that's also part of manifestation. It's being able to just let things unfold in the way that they're going to unfold and not being attached too much to any one outcome, because whatever the journey brings, if you can hold that gratitude, then you're going to experience some kind of physical manifestation in a way that is aligned to you. Now, I do see that if you've been struggling with financial security, if you've been really having a hard time balancing your finances or making ends meet, this is what you need to hear right before this gratitude really amps up. Because I see that something that you've been manifesting for a while now, and I think that if you have been able to lean in and just allow what is and trust that this security that you're looking for and that you've been working towards and that you've been needing is coming, I think that you being in that state of personal empowerment are going to see that come to fruition. But it's like there's still some things here that you're not fully aware of, because the Death card and the High Priestess are very secretive energies. Like these are beyond the veil types of energies, and it's not necessarily something that is predictable or easy to understand. So yes, you are implementing and being intentional ideally, right? And focusing on holding gratitude, surrendering to what is, trusting, and also putting in physical action. So it's like a little bit of both, right? But I do feel like there is something here that it's still not fully in your awareness. So I'm going to ask about this awaken card. What is the awaken card here for group number 1? The 7 of Pentacles. So it is about leaning back and just allowing things to be. It's not trying to force it, not trying to manipulate the results through continuing to apply pressure. It's really just leaning back and, yeah, surrendering. I mean, I can't say it any other way. It's really very clear and straightforward, group number 1. The last thing you need to hear right before this happens is surrender and trust. Because the second that you just lean back and go, okay, universe, show me, show me. I will respond and do the things when you tell me to do them. And when you tell me to lean back, I will lean back. And I will trust and I will allow this to happen in its own time. That's the moment right before it happens. Okay, so I also want to clarify Golden Crown. No way. I'm like, I want to clarify Golden Crown. I feel the card on the top of the deck, pull it over, and it's this cat in a golden crown. You've got to be kidding me. This is why I love this job. I love tarot. I love oracle. I love spirit. So it feels like you guys are going to be crowned here. And I think you're very highly intuitive, very creative individuals here in this group. And that's what makes you such a powerful manifester, is because you are tuned into these frequencies and energies that are beyond the veil. They're a little bit more hidden from the physical, tangible reality. Although I do see a lot, like I said, a lot of pentacles here. So you're probably also very focused on what you can do and what you can create and the security that you have physically, potentially financially, or in your career job. But I'm seeing that really your greatest strength and the greatest tool that you have at your disposal in this situation is to lean back and to trust what you feel. And I know that sometimes it can be hard to truly relax and surrender when we're in a state of tension around, are we going to have what we need? Are things going to be stable? Are things going to be balanced? Are ends going to meet? Is what I'm doing effective? Is what I'm doing creating my results? But this is where trust is a skill. And it's something that needs to be cultivated and built and, more importantly, practiced every single day. And when you can match trust and allowing with gratitude, that's when you're going to see these results manifest really, really quickly. Very quickly. But it's this process of just being able to let go. Like I said, I said it before the death card, before I even noticed it was there, and it just makes so much sense here in this reading group number 1. It's really about letting go and being able to trust and surrender to what you feel. Feel into this and then trust your intuition, because you're very, very sensitive. I can see that and I can feel that. You're very sensitive and you are tuned in. So you can trust yourself, your intuition, and spirit more than anything else. You can trust the universe, okay? Let me see what else they want to... Yeah, let's get some charms. Let's do that. Okay, so for group number 1. All right, so we have 2 silver angel wings. I mean, you guys are so divinely guided. Very, very divinely guided. Very awakened ones. Very protected. I see a lot of high vibrational energy around you, group number 1. And any worry or stress, I mean, I don't even necessarily see that too loudly in the cards themselves. I'm just kind of picking up on it like a subtle undertone of worry and stress over security, physical security in some way, shape, or form. And it could be about, your physical body and health, because, death can be about like aging or deterioration or something like that. Or it could be about your finances, like I was saying before. But I'm seeing that, you're very divinely guided, and this is all unfolding in I just heard miraculous. Okay, that wasn't what I was going to say. I was going to say this is unfolding in a divinely ordered way, but they said it's unfolding in a miraculous way, or it's going to seem miraculous when you can fully surrender and just like let things happen and find the good in this moment. Because when I'm looking at this card here, I just felt drawn back here, and it's like, you know, some people are like, oh, it's raining, yuck, and they try to run away or like hide themselves, and this person's just like, oh, it's beautiful. It's kind of like experiencing it with that energy of gratitude, but it's more than gratitude. It's like this fully embodied energy where you're just appreciating what is in the moment, like a child, you know, children who just want to go out and lie in the rain. It's like this moment of complete surrender to the moment, and it almost gives me this vibe of like, this is just an example, it's not actually literal, but it's kind of like when somebody has a near-death experience and then their experience of reality is heightened and they appreciate everything so much more, and everything is like really expanded, and there's a deep, deep gratitude that just wasn't available before. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like, you know, you may have gone through something really difficult, challenging, painful, hard, constricting, restricting, etc. And then now you're being asked to just let go a little bit so that you can recover and at the same time feel into this moment and really, really appreciate it. Okay. Now we also have the little heart charm, and I feel like I want to put it here on the Magician. Oh, King of Cups, manifesting love. Are you manifesting love, security in love in a relationship, or are you manifesting through the energy of love, through the energy of appreciation and gratitude? Because that really does come from the heart. I wonder. I just keep hearing magic and miracles. There could also be loved ones on the other side who are helping to kind of walk you through this situation. Yeah. Yeah, because we also have the butterfly here, and butterflies can sometimes represent, well, they're pretty quintessentially associated with a transformation. But I also see the butterfly here referring to these loved ones on the other side. And I want to put it on Let It Rain. So it's like there's beauty in these moments that some people avoid. And if you can find the beauty in that, if you can appreciate it from the heart, it's kind of like living every day like it's your last, really immersing yourself in the moment, embracing and being mindful in what it feels like to be alive. That's what I'm getting. It's like the opposite of death. It's being fully alive while you're here. And that is what's going to help this to happen in a really, really miraculous way. Like they were saying, it's going to be very magical, very miraculous. What is this charm here? Oh, you have the turnip. The turnip. And I want to put it intuitively over on the Two of Pentacles. What is that about? Oh, yeah, something that you've been working on is going to pop up. Something that you've been really trying to get off the ground. It's like you've been trying to get the ball rolling on something. You've been putting in a lot of effort. You've been giving it a lot of heart. And even though there's been this sort of underlying concern, I see mostly a lot of drive, a lot of intuitive foresight, and a lot of passion and drive and dedication to this goal. Very much dedication. I do feel like you are the type of person who, because you're so intuitive and psychic and sensitive, I think you do have a natural tendency to lean more towards gratitude than anything else. But I think that just given kind of that message I was getting there about hard things that you've been through, I think that sometimes that can undermine a little bit of that natural tendency towards optimism or gratitude or mindfulness and embodiment. It's like that pain of the past kind of is that undercurrent that can disturb your security, even in the best of times. But I see that something you've been working on is going to be manifesting or growing Yeah, you're going to get results from that. And they just gave me the word hearty. I heard the word hearty in my head. Okay, so whatever this is that you've been growing is going to be very hearty, very filling. Like it's going to leave you feeling very grateful. Yeah, you'll be satisfied. I just got that message too. You'll be satisfied. You'll be very satisfied with this. There will be a sense of contentment. It feels like you'll be very full once this comes in. And so it's really just about allowing this moment to be what it is, and to know that all of the work you've put in is really being directed in such a beautiful way. The more you experience this gratitude and surrender, the quicker this is going to manifest. And it really is about trusting your magical abilities, because that's what I feel, group one. I feel like you're very magical. Like the King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Magician. Yeah, you're very magical, and you can bank on that. You know, you can literally take that to the bank. Okay, so don't worry. This is what you needed to hear right before it happens. The more you surrender and trust, the more that you allow this to be carried forward on angel's wings and listen to your intuitive voice, the easier this is going to come. And it's going to be very fulfilling for you. Okay, so that is what I see for you, group number one. I hope that this reading helped and gave you a little bit of ease of mind or peace of mind to be able to surrender to this and allow what is, so that you will have this moment of breakthrough and experience the real gratitude of this hearty, robust harvest that is coming your way. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number two. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Making Waves card, and it says momentum is building. It's your time. And achievement. So what a perfect card to get for this type of reading, where we're looking at, you know, what's the last thing you need to hear right before it happens, whatever it is. It feels like some kind of achievement, because this momentum has been building for quite a while, and it's been picking up speed is what I'm seeing. They're showing me waves on the ocean, and it's like the closer that it gets to shore, the bigger it gets. So it starts off looking pretty small, but it kind of picks up speed and momentum, and then it gets to shore, and it's cresting into this massive wave. And quite literally making waves. Okay, that makes sense, right? So your time is approaching rapidly, group number two. So let's get some more information here. We're going to go in with this deck. What's the last thing group two needs to hear before this happens? Joy. Oh, I love that. This is going to be such a beautiful achievement for you, group number two. It feels very much like a gratifying moment. It's like all of the hard work pays off. You really see things come to fruition in a way that you prayed for, is what I'm getting. And there's so much joy with that. So much joy with that. I also am noticing that your spirit guides are cheering you on, and they're proud of you. And they want me to tell you that, because they've been watching all of the effort that you've put in, not just physically, in like 3D terms, but all of the internal work you've been doing, because your spirit guides are psychically connected to you. They're telepathically connected to you, so they can feel what you feel. They see what you think. They watch what you do, everything that you do. So they really know you almost better than you know yourself sometimes, you know, and your spirit guides want me to tell you that they're proud of you. Wow, that's beautiful. And then you have Journey with Mucuna. So hibiscus and mucuna. So it does feel like this has been a long journey, and I think you've been mastering it as you've been going along. You know, you've kind of like been practicing, perfecting, and that's what I mean. It's like the momentum started off slow, but then it crests and it picks up really fast, because it's like all of this knowledge that you've compiled, all of this experience and the skill, it's like it all kind of crescendos at once, and it compiles on itself, and it multiplies is what it feels like. And you have trust. Bobinsana. I don't even know what kind of plant that is. I'm noticing the hummingbirds in both of these cards though, and the hummingbirds, you can see them there and here. So the hummingbirds can refer to the sweetness and moving really quickly as well, moving so quickly that, you know, you can't even see their wings moving. And so it feels like, again, I'm getting like this very fast movement. So whenever this is going to happen, it happens really quickly, and or it's going to be happening very fast, like or very soon, I should say, very soon. And as we see here in the joy card, the hummingbirds can also talk about connecting to the sweetness of life. It's like finding the nectar, connecting to the joy of the moment. And that was kind of a message we were getting in group 1 as well. And they did have the journey and the message of trust come up. So I wonder if you guys were drawn to that one, or if you watched it. Let's get some more cards. I'm just trying to get them out of my little pack that I've got there. Okay, so actually let me just adjust these so they're not crooked. That's much better. Okay. Whoa, okay. We got a flyer. Adventure. Wow. Well, you have the journey and the adventure card. Holy cow. Is this a trip that you've been manifesting? Perhaps overseas? Something traveling over water? Using your skills in a foreign land. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And it's going to bring you a lot of joy. If it's not that, this could be about the fact that you're about to embark on an adventure. Maybe you're just going on vacation or something like that. Or it could be that this new experience, whatever it is that you've been working to create in your life, it's been quite an adventure. It's been quite a journey, and it's not coming to an end. It's just about to kind of peak in some way. Okay, I felt called to these cards, so let's get another message for you, group 2. What's the last thing they need to hear? Restraint or the end of conflict. Restraint or the end of conflict. I think that's why there's so much joy here, is because there's no more conflict. Things finally unfold. Get some tarot cards. So for group number 2, what is this that they need to hear? Oh, it's this one here. 7 of Cups. I feel like you've been following some breadcrumbs, group number 2. Like your spirit guides, and they're making themselves very, very known in this reading. Your spirit guides have been leading you through these synchronicities and symbols and signs. So I'm really not surprised that you're in a reading here like this, because this is kind of what I'm seeing, is that you've been following the signs, and it's been helping you to get out of inner conflict and create more joy in your life. It's a dream that you have, and your guides have been sort of showing you the steps and giving you these little breadcrumb trails to follow so that you can find your way. Because it has been a long journey, but it's been an adventure. It's been, I feel like it's been enjoyable. You've got the 10 of Wands though. Okay, well, it's been enjoyable, but along the way, you've taken on a lot. I don't think that this 10 of Wands is necessarily bad. It can be about burdens, but I think sometimes we carry burdens willingly because we want to take them with us. You know, not like burdens as in we don't want it, but it's kind of like we're willing to be sort of encumbered by certain things so that we can have them with us. If this is a dream to travel, I feel like you'll be able to take what you need with you. You'll be able to take what's most important with you, what brings you the most joy. And oh yeah, the joy, the Marie Kondo method, you know, does this spark joy? Then you keep it. Does this spark joy? No, not really. Okay, well, you can let go of it. You can give it away, or you can sell it, whatever. I feel like if this is manifesting travel or even an international move, it's like you're going to travel light, but you're still going to take the things that are really valuable to you, that hold weight for you in a good way, and the things that bring you joy. So you're going to be very light, light as a feather, light as a bird, but you've still got everything that you need. You've still got all the tools in your toolkit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really see you like taking off. I see you moving, either literally or just making big moves energetically. But yeah, I keep feeling like it's been some kind of a trip or travel. Oh wow, you've got the wheel of fortune. This is fated, group 2. This is fated. If it is a physical journey or adventure, could even be a road trip. I'm getting 3 different types of travel. Like it could be over the sea, which could be on a boat, but I'm seeing more so like in a plane, like air travel. But then the wheels somehow, and the wheelbarrow and the 10 of Wands kind of reminds me of a car as well. So maybe it's a road trip. What is this? Group 2. Oh, keep going. The 6 of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like your priorities are changing, group number 2. And you're about to have a very positive twist of fate that puts you in a position to go on some kind of an adventure. You may have been planning this for a long time. You may have been moving towards this in a sense. And like I said, all of these skills and everything that you've built up until this point can come with you, or at least the important things will come with you. But I think that's why your priorities are kind of changing and you're weighing up, what do I really value? What do I want to take with me and what do I want to give away? What can I let go of? Yeah, I feel like you're lightening your load. You're lightening your load somehow, group number 2. Got the King of Swords. The 5 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups. Okay. So, again, I have to adjust the cards because they look straight and then I look from a little bit of a different angle and they're like all crooked. So group number 2, it feels very much like the thing that you need to hear right before this all happens is that, first of all, it is happening. I think that's what you needed to hear, is that it is happening. You've done a very good job here. You've been very diligent along this path of trusting your dream, trusting the signs that you've been getting, the little synchronicities, and breaking out of any constraints that you've had by slowly gaining momentum, because it does feel like you were kind of stuck in the mud a little bit at one point. And through your effort and your will and your determination, I see you kind of broke the mold in terms of what was holding you back. And now you're going beyond those limits of what you thought were possible for you. You're cooking something up in a different way. You're adding different ingredients, and it's allowing you to find new sources of nourishment, because they're showing me the pot in this card. Whoops. Pot in this card, the little cauldron, and then they were bringing me back to the message about the nectar of the hummingbirds. So it feels like nourishment, right? It's like having your needs be met, being nourished, and experiencing the joy of having exactly what you need while still being free and unrestrained to be able to pursue your dreams or to travel and experience things that are going to help your heart to heal. Yeah, because the Five of Cups here, first of all, it feels like you're overcoming a barrier that once stopped you, and you're feeling a lot of joy. Like even this cat, it looks like he's laughing. I mean, the Five of Cups is usually about grief and sorrow, but I see this as he's laughing. He's got his two cups and he's like, I don't even care about those other three cups. I didn't want them anyway. I've got exactly what I need. I can let go of what I don't really want anymore and jumping to freedom past the stone barrier, which maybe you got held up at before. So you're breaking free from restraint and ending that inner conflict by pursuing your dreams, going after what you want, downsizing certain things so that you can enhance your joy and really be free to be mobile or to move or do what you want to do. And like I said, I feel like fate is on your side here. Your spirit guides are cheering you on. It's all really working in your favor. And I think, like I said, it's going to help you to heal your heart because there's something about this journey or this adventure or this lightening of the load or this reprioritization of your values that allows you to really feel deeply fulfilled. Deeply fulfilled. That's the joy. And it's like a childlike sense of innocence and being able to fully experience that in every moment, like going to a new place and really feeling immersed in the newness of it and the joy that that sparks within you. It feels very much like this is helping your heart to heal, letting go of any disappointments of the past. And finally, they just took me back over here to this card. Finally knowing that it is your time. I feel like maybe you tried and tried and tried before and nothing worked. And it was like, why are all of these other people getting these things happening for them? Why not me? And it's like, well, because there was still momentum that needed to be built up. And now it's your time. And there's going to be this level of achievement that really frees you. It really frees you and it helps you to heal. So it's wonderful because you're achieving something. It's a dream that you've had. It's bringing a lot of joy. It's opening up a world of opportunities and blessings for you. I just heard the word blessings. Yeah, blessings. And it's also going to really help you to reconnect to parts of yourself that you thought you may have lost in the past. It's like really reinvigorating some sense of nostalgia like I said is very healing for your heart. Let's get some charms for group number 2. Okay, actually let me put them, whoops. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just had to pick them up because I wasn't going to be able to get them up off the card. So you have the dolphin, and the dolphin always reminds me of joy. Always reminds me of joy. Playfulness, fun, connection too. I feel like new or even like old connections from childhood are going to be really important. And the dolphin also even reminds me of nostalgia because when I was a kid, I had dolphin wallpaper all in my room, and I used to collect those ceramic little dolphin figurines, the kinds that you would see at like the dollar store and stuff like that back in the 90s and 2000s. So the fact that it's reminding me of that is just confirmation of the fact that this is going to be something that's very nostalgic for you, and it's going to be very healing, and it brings a lot of joy. Now you also have this little sunny side up egg. So I feel like, yeah, I just keep getting this feeling of like joy and optimism. It's like the sunny side is finally sunny side up. Like it's finally on your side. The burdens of the past are no longer weighing you down anymore. You're freed from the constraints and you're able to just be free. I keep getting this energy of freedom, and I want to put the egg here on adventure. Yeah, I feel like for you group 2, there could be some travel involved because when I put the egg down on the adventure card, I saw a flash of somebody sitting in a hotel room. Like it could be anywhere, but I just heard Vienna. Okay, never mind. Could be somewhere in like Europe. I was going to say Paris, but then Vienna popped in my head. So it's like sitting and having some breakfast in a beautiful hotel in this country that you've never been to, or maybe that you've been to in the past and you're reconnecting to. Interesting. That's really cool. Okay, and then you have the bumblebee. And I want to put this on joy. And whoa, I just got a huge, massive shift of energy in my crown chakra when I put that down. It feels like somebody just cracked an egg on my head. Did you guys ever play that game as a kid when you like cracking an egg on your head and it's dripping down and then you get full body shivers? I don't know. That was a thing in my elementary school. And oh, the egg, right. But that's what it felt like. And that's a crown chakra activation. When energy comes in through the crown chakra at the top of the head, it can definitely feel like that. It can feel like a little bit of pressure and then this sort of trickling or tingling sensation that spreads out down across the skull. That's what I felt. So there's something here that you're activating the crown chakra, and it's through the crown chakra, which is all about freedom. Yeah, it's like freedom to move. I keep seeing that with the hummingbird and the bumblebee, and they're both pollinators too. They're looking for the nectar of life, the sweetness. They want to create more sweetness out of that. And they're both beings that fly in really interesting ways. Like bees are not aerodynamically supposed to be able to fly, but they do. And hummingbirds are birds, but they fly like an insect, which is so it's like very sort of defying the odds or just being different in a really cool way. Oh, no way. And then you have the she believed she could, so she did charm. Look at, oh, wow. So this is you believing in yourself, and I want to put it on here on journey. So it's like you believed you could, so you did. And you trusted the signs. You also trusted your own dreams and you followed them. You didn't give up. You defied the odds. Yeah, you defied the odds. Group number 2, you did. Okay, and then you have this little shooting star as well. So I feel like I just heard, oh, okay, yeah, this is your time. They said, this is your time. And it says, it's your time over here in your main card. So it's like, this is your time to shine, because the star, the shooting star, the rising star. Oh, okay, this is your time. Maybe there's something that is rising and emerging. Yeah, because the adventure card has that hot air balloon. So it's like it's rising, it's taking off. Something is gaining, yeah, it says gaining momentum, right? Momentum is building. Okay, it's all fitting together here. Finally, well, yeah. So, yeah, I keep getting travel. They just took me to the King of Swords. I didn't notice that there's a little pyramid there in the card. So Egypt. I feel like you're going to be traveling the world. Group number 2. Let me know if that's something you've had planned, or something you dreamed about, or something that you've even thought of, but maybe there was burdens that you felt like were restricting you, and there was this inner conflict around how to do it, and how am I going to make this happen? But I feel like you trusted, and you just took one step after another on this journey, and you believed in yourself. And I think that was the most important key here, is that you believed in yourself. So really, really, what you need to know here right before this happens, group number 2, is that you've done it. Like that's really what I want to say, is that this is happening, and you're going to really love how free you feel, and how healing that joy and that freedom and that nostalgia of being fully alive and exploring the world, or exploring new territory, or just feeling really good about this achievement are going to bring you. So really fantastic. Watch this luck unfold for you, and I think it's going to be happening pretty soon. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. That's it. Okay. So yeah, that is what I see for you, group number 2. I want to say I'm proud of you, because I'm tapping into your energy too, and your spirit guides are proud of you. I'm proud of you, and you deserve to be proud of yourself, because you believed you did, and you believed you could, and you did. So it's not an easy thing to do, but you trusted. So kudos, and enjoy this achievement, because you earned it. Truly, and you deserve it. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope the reading helped and resonated with you, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. All right, hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose Follow the Stream, and it says dedication, trust, and future rivers and oceans. So I feel like this is something that you've been working towards and planning. Okay, we're actually going to go in with the Rose Oracle. Let's see. For group 3, Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence, within, and destiny. Destiny. Okay, so I feel like you've been very dedicated to your destiny. You've been pursuing this path. It's like you've been following the rivers to try and find the ocean. This feels like a learning path. Like you've been following these different lines of thought almost and trying to find where they converge. It's like, where's the ocean? Where's like the deeper meaning kind of thing? And you've been tracing these lines of thought, or tracing these beliefs, or tracing these spiritual understandings or teachings, and kind of finding your way back to the source of it all. The dissolving light. Wow. Okay. The dissolving light. Intuition. Okay. This feels really spiritual to me. Like the other two groups were a little different, but for you, group 3, this feels like very, very spiritual, like a spiritual journey. And you have commune. Yeah, psilocybin. That's what I mean. It's like this is a spiritual consciousness journey about enhancing your intuition, your psychic abilities, your level of consciousness, your ability to perceive the truth, the like the deeper ocean of truth rather than these shallow streams. It's like you're a deep thinker, you're a spiritual, let me move these over so they're more balanced. You're a spiritual seeker, group number 3, and the blue lotus. Oh wow, you know what I just realized? This was actually something that I experienced through some past life connection, like tuning into my past lives. I learned that in ancient Egypt, and I learned this purely just through my psychic abilities and tuning into my past lives, but I remembered a past life that I had in ancient Egypt where I was one of the priestesses in this Blue Lotus group. I don't know what you would call that, but basically we studied esoteric lore and we learned all about these different initiations into levels of consciousness. And sometimes what we would do is for ritual initiations and rites of passage and stuff like that, we would use the blue lotus, which when boiled into a tea or used as a tincture would create hallucinations. So it would allow you, and they're not actually hallucinations. So I mean, that's what we would call them nowadays in the 21st century, but they're actually, you're tapping into higher levels of consciousness. And same thing with psilocybin, mushrooms, right? This is, they get you high, you trip out, and you see beyond what is readily available to the third dimensional mind. So, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here is like this is a very spiritual journey that you've been following this stream of consciousness, and you've been trusting and being very dedicated to the divine plan, which is to expand your wisdom and your internal intelligence to dissolve into the light. It's like you're making your way back into your wholeness. Wow. Since we were talking about Egypt, I'm feeling called to the Egypt Star Oracle. Truth and justice. And we have Anubis. And I wasn't going to mention it, but I'll say it now. What we would also do with the blue lotuses is we were, in that time period, we were very, very spiritually aware of our souls, and we were more in control of the body because of that. And so we would basically know when we were going to die, and there would be a whole ceremony around it. So the entire village would gather together, or the entire community, or even, the people in this particular commune kind of, would come together, and we would drink, like the person who was about to die would drink the tea again of the Blue Lotus, and be able to transition with more ease. Because when you are connecting through that psychic realm like that, your consciousness is expanded, which is where you go when you die anyway. So that's like you move out through that consciousness bandwidth. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain it, but it's kind of hard to do. But yeah, there's something about this truth and I wasn't going to say judgment. I was going to say justice, but it came out judgment. And judgment and justice are kind of like two sides of the same coin. Justice is about balance, and judgment is about the carrying out of that balance. So I feel like you've been working on balancing karma, and you've been doing it through these expanded states of consciousness, whether it's through meditation or through some kind of psychoactive plant medicines. Interesting. It's part of your destiny. They keep pulling me back to that destiny there on that card. Protection from all dangers. Father of the gods. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you are protected from all dangers as you walk this path, because it is so destined, because it is part of the divine plan, and it plays a larger role. It's a very sacred path, is what I'm seeing, group number 3. So you are very, very protected at soul level. Legions of beings protect you, is what I just heard. Legions of beings. Okay, let's get some tarot cards. What else does group number 3 need to hear right before this happens? And what is this? I feel like it's an expansion of consciousness. You have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, they just showed me. Okay, yeah, the Blue Lotus is in there's a cup there. There's a cup there as well. They kind of look like the Holy Grail almost. So I feel like you're going to be finding the Holy Grail of consciousness, or you're going to be diving into a deeper layer of it, at least, or being able to access a deeper layer of consciousness than you ever have before. And they did show me, when I looked at the Knight of Cups card, I saw an image of somebody drinking from a cup, like literally drinking out of some kind of like it looked like an earthen round cup like that would be used for ceremonial purposes. So perhaps what this is you going on some kind of a plant medicine journey, or doing some kind of a ritual that enhances your intuition and helps you to commune with spirit and expand your light in a way that maybe you haven't before. King of Wands. Oh, okay. I just heard face the shadow from the King of Wands. Oh, and that's about balancing darkness too. Or I was going to say balancing karma, but balancing darkness. Yeah. Balancing darkness with Anubis there. This is so interesting, group 3. So different than the other groups. The 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's gonna, this ceremony or ritual or state of consciousness that you're entering, it may challenge you with wounds and fears that you've had programmed into the system, into your mind, through lifetimes, experiences, other people, whatever it was. The 5 of Pentacles here is kind of like feeling abandoned, neglected, your needs not being met, literally being left out in the cold like this poor kitty, So it feels like that is going to be the darkness that you are facing. And the more that you can do that consciously and intentionally now, the better I think that this intelligence within is going to be accessible to you, especially if you're doing it through the use of plant medicines or some other kind of physical tool like that, or psychological, psychoactive tool like that. I think that the more you can address now, the easier that will go. Let me see what else you need to hear before it happens. The Nine of Cups, beautiful. Look at that with the crystal ball. Yeah, this definitely feels like a very sacred ceremony of some kind. I did feel this card too, so let's see. The Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're going to be facing your fears and overcoming them. This feels like deep psychological healing. Deep psychological healing that you're doing. And it's unlocking the intelligence within you. It's like you've trusted this process. You followed your intuition, which led you perhaps to these types of rituals or tools that are going to help you, or have already been helping you perhaps, to face your darkness and to balance that out. It's like you're doing some shadow work. I think some of that is past life based, because I was sharing the example of my past life, and I think some of it is present life. But how much of it is carryover from a past life? Well, maybe you'll find out. But yeah, you're balancing some karma out so that you don't carry that over with you, so that your soul doesn't continue to have to repeat that. You're clearing things. Yeah, you're purifying yourself. Group number 3. This is so cool. Oh, I see you studying too. They just showed me the books in this card. So you're studying knowledge. Oh yeah, we were talking about streams of consciousness and following these streams of consciousness, intelligence. Yeah, you're learning a lot. You're studying. Maybe you're going to places that talk about these types of things, or people who know about these esoteric subjects and lore. We're going to get charms in just a second, but I feel like there's something I need to say here before we just dive into that. I just grabbed them because I'm kind of getting ready for it, but oh, that's what it is. I feel like because I mentioned, like I wouldn't even have grabbed them until I was ready for it. Normally I wait till I get that little nudge and then I grab the charms or whatever deck we're going to go into next. It's a very intuitive process, and I just grabbed them without thinking and then had to explain that. And then what I was shown was the predecessor word here. It says predecessor, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says predecessor, and predecessor is like what came before. So it feels like you've been anticipating this for a while, and this has been something that has been calling you for a long time, but you've been waiting for this moment to be able to get to this next level. And I keep getting an itch, like I keep itching right here. So there's something about the left hand. Why is this itchy, Spirit? Oh, it's protection. That's not at all what I would have thought. They showed me somebody moving the left arm up to guard. Right, because in the olden days, if you had a sword in your right hand, you would use your left to shield. Oh, yeah, I think you're doing a lot of past life work. You're looking at your predecessors, maybe even doing some ancestral lineage healing. Yeah, because it says father of the gods, predecessor, and then you had this follow the stream. So it's like following the stream back, the stream of consciousness, the stream of your soul stream. Your soul stream is like your Akashic blueprint of all of the past lives and the trajectory of your soul as well. And then also your lineage, like your actual biology and your ancestry. I think that's going to be important too. But definitely past lives, and especially the shadows and the wounds and the fears and the things like that may have happened in those lifetimes. It's part of your destiny to heal those now so that they don't repeat and keep you kind of trapped in those cycles. Yeah. Okay, now we can get charms. Okay, let's see what we have here. Well, you have the dolphin starting us off. And I want to put it here on psilocybin, and even in this card with the commune energy, it feels like, you know, all these little fairy folk are celebrating, having a good time. You know, it just feels very playful, and that's kind of what I get from the dolphin too. It feels playful, so I feel like there's going to be some playful energy to this that will help to balance out some of the more intense shadow stuff. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's the Om sign. This could be a retreat in Yeah, Bali or India, the dissolving light. I can. If you've been doubting this, I just unconsciously put it here on Sophia. You can fulfill this divine plan. This wisdom is within you. Yeah. So if there has been any doubt or anything, any fear or resistance, group number 3, the Spirit really wants you to know that you can do this and you're ready for it. You're ready. We also have the golden, wow, yes, the golden clamshell with the pearl. This is the most valuable one. There's different colors in the charm bag, and the golden one is always like the most high value. And I want to put it on Blue Lotus right over top of that cup. So I feel like you're going to be accessing this deep inner value within you that you've never tapped into before, at least not in this lifetime. And it's going to replenish you. It's going to help you to not to combat and knock away those fears and shadows and take your strength back, take your power back, in a powerful, loving, protected, balanced, wise, and playful way. It's like this beautiful merging of all of these different aspects of yourself. And then you have the little red bear. Well, it's a golden bear in the red sort of frame. Yeah, for whatever reason, I want to put it on the 9 of Swords. So, oh, they just said you're getting unstuck. Yeah, okay. You're getting unstuck from these fears and webs. They're showing me spider webs in the mind, like cobwebs in the mind, these old things. Yeah, cobwebs are like areas that have been neglected. They get full of cobwebs. And the 5 of Pentacles is about neglect. So it's like areas of the mind that have been neglected are going to be, you're going to be shedding light on them and dusting them off and cleaning them up, and now they're habitable again, and you've got more room for activities. It's like there's so much room for activities. It's like you're able to clear out all of these old thoughts and traumas and wounds and face the shadow, and then really find so much value from that. Oh my god, yeah. And then you have, oh, so cute, little tiny pink flamingo. And I have no idea why, but I feel called to put it here on protection from all danger. What does that have to do with that, Spirit? Oh, they said look at the card. And then I looked at the card and I'm like, okay, there's a lion, there's a dog, a rabbit, an antelope, and a flamingo. What do all those things have in common? Oh, they're all animals. Okay, so you are protected from danger by animal spirits. Oh, yeah, because they did say legions of spirits protect you. And I think a big part of that legion is animals. Wow. You got like a ton of animal spirit guides and protectors, group number 3. That is so cool. Yeah. Okay. So really what you needed to hear right before it happens, group number 3, is first of all that you're ready, that you can, that this is going to be very healing, very freeing, and extremely valuable at soul level. It's like this is like hitting a $20 billion jackpot, but for your soul. Okay? And that is way more valuable than $20 billion, because you can't take $20 billion with you into the spirit realm, but you can take what you're doing here into the spirit realm. So this is like infinite abundance. So high value. It feels very divine. Like you guys are super divine, group number 3. So yeah, that is what I see for you, group 3. I hope this reading helped to prepare you for it to happen and to really step into this next level of consciousness, because you are ready and it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye.